Hi, hello, it's Chogal here. Okay, so it's second turn to move the equipment. I'm done with all other rooms. The one left is here in the garage. And as in the last episode, I will share some information about the gear what is here. So stay tuned, take your cup of coffee, take your cup of tea, and enjoy the video. Thanks. First furniture I want to talk about is this cage. It was the fourth furniture we made for the studio. Basically I made it like 3-4 months after we started running sessions. Daria started running sessions. The idea and the purpose of this cage was to keep people in, for 3, 4, 5 hours and eventually keep for the night stay. Because people were asking to stay overnight in prison, so I needed to think about the solution, about an idea to solve it, right? So the cage was the answer. The cage is, as you see, it's huge. We'll keep it. It's ready. It doesn't need any kind of rework. I might add some attachment points, but basically cage is ready to move to New Warsaw prison. Not every equipment that I made for Daria appeared in the studio in regular use. This is Daria pony card. Yeah, Daria owns a pony card. That's quite strange. I made this pony card like 5 years ago for Daria, and Daria used it once during the test ride. I was the pony boy. We assembled the card and we took it outside, and in the evening we made a ride along the street. And that time Daria said that, okay, thanks Chogal, I appreciate it offer, but it's not for me. So I hope in the New Warsaw prison there will be people, there will be mysteries, there will be chance events to use this pony card. We'll use it, I repaint it, assemble it, and I hope we'll have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so here is our St. Andrew. When we think about the equipment for the studio, for any dungeon that is basic equipment, we think about the small cage, we think about the stocks, about the pillory, we think also about the St. Andrew. So we have this basic equipment, we have St. Andrew, it's almost ready to use. I will add some cushions and it will be ready out of the box to put it in the New Warsaw prison. I'm at the black box and extreme box, both very extreme and very successful furnitures. In the way that Daria had a lot of fun using them, and she did a lot of crazy things with those furnitures. I'm very happy about them. So the story is about the place, the niche, the space below the washrooms. Those boxes are placed. Basically, for years I was thinking about making here some kind of isolation space, locked space to keep people. But one day I thought about a furniture, a bench, a bondage bench that can be moved in and hidden in some space. So I came with the idea of this extreme box. Black box is a rather simple thing. It is just a space to keep the prisoners for the night. Yeah, it works very well. We will keep both of those furnitures, then they don't require any kind of rework, maybe little improvements, but basically they are ready and they are also out of the box to be placed in the New Warsaw prison. Vertical bondage frame. I was always very intrigued by the vertical bondage when the subject is attached with multiple ropes, chains, belts to the bondage device. I'm basically this spider web bondage like pattern. I really like it, so I wanted to make this kind of a furniture for Daria, and Daria also liked it very much. She was using it pretty often because she liked the idea that I put the wheels on the frame, so she can move it in the middle of the room and has access both to the front and to the back of the slave. So good thing for whipping and very good thing for torches. Very good design, we'll keep it and make a good use from it. Okay, and here is BondageCraft. And the things I'm crazy about is about moving the subs with all kind of cards, trolleys, wheeled devices. And this one device was one of my dreams come true, because you are able to put a sub in a doggy style position, plus you can move it around. So yeah, and you can find quite a lot of pictures with the subs attached to this device, and well, I love it, and I think I'll make much more of them in different shapes, in different styles for the new Warsaw Prison. Okay, so now you can see the gantry. This project is actually the most complicated one I made for Daria, made for the studio. It required a lot of thinking, a lot of drawing, and a lot of work to make. Assembly of this gantry took me like 4 days, and it was quite a hardcore challenge to lift those rails to the very top of the room. So what I want to show you how the Daria operated this crane. She used this kind of a remote, and she had multiple buttons that could, for example, this one lowers the whole frame bottom, this one makes the whole frame go up, plus she had buttons to steer the engine individually, so you can press one, lower it by the angle, and then second one, and then, for example, you can lift both of them simultaneously together. But the feature I want to show you is the feature I don't think Daria used much, or at least I don't remember she ever was telling me that she's using the feature. The gantry can move right and left. Unfortunately, the gantry won't fit any of our rooms. It's too big. So I will use the parts, I will use the engines, I will use the worm gears, I will use the parts to make new gantry in new studio movie making room. So in the big room, for sure there will be this kind of a gantry. I'm thinking about the features. I will think what I can put it, but then definitely will have this kind of equipment, not exactly this one here, but something maybe not more simple, but just smaller. But yeah, I will also work on this kind of device for the new prison. I'm sitting at Daria's bondage table near the stretch rack. It was also quite a complex project, quite complicated. It required a lot of thinking, a lot of design. The complexity I would compare to the gantry. Although it took me 1 month to make the gantry, this thing took me 3 months to make. Because of the weight of this table. It was too heavy to be lifted with the electrical motors, too heavy to lift it with the pneumatic cylinders. So I had to use the hydraulics. So here is hiding hydraulic pump, driver, valves, and a lot of quite advanced stuff you can use in the construction machinery, not in kinky furniture. I love this furniture mostly because the possibility it gives, but also because the one thing, the sound of this rack, of the stretch rack. I love this sound. Sorry, it's my favorite here in the whole studio. This furniture was the last I made for Daria. That time I made this furniture. We knew that the place we are renting it's not enough. It's too small. That we need something bigger. To scale, basically, to grow. So that's why we came with the Warsaw Prison 2.0, something far more bigger, far more complex, with with the space to make you know, our crazy ideas to happen. That will give us a lot of opportunities, not only for making the private sessions, but also to make movies, to make the events, also to rent this place to other people. So that was our goal. That is our goal with Warsaw Prison 2.0. Thanks for watching. I will post soon some new movies from my workshop when you will see how I reconstruct those furnitures and adjust them to our new place. Thanks for watching.